Thank you. So welcome to the Fall 2024 Society of American Archivists Student Chapter, fall semester meeting. Thanks so much for making the time to stop by and join us for this. We're just going to go over our group and introduce our new executive committee and just go over some of the plans that we have for the fall semester, and also hopefully get some more of your inputs regarding what you'd like to see us put on and what type of programming you're interested in. Here's our agenda. We're just going to go over our mission for SAASC and just an overview of what archives are for anyone who might be new to our group or to the world of archives. We're going to go over our goals for the fall, our publication, and our programming and how you can connect with us. So our mission is to promote the archival interests within our academic community and to provide a platform for discussing archival issues, and also to engage students in professional activities in order to enhance career development. And these mission statements come from our parent organization, the Society of American Archivists. So this is just from their website as well. So what are archives? They're valuable records of people, business, and government. They are documentary evidence of past events and facts that we use to interpret and understand history. There are a lot of different types of archives, as you can see on this slide. Culture and identity-based archives, special issue-based archives, institution or organization-based archives, and special format archives. And these different types that are listed here are also the different types of communities that are available within the Society of American Archivists, so our parent organization. If you decide to become more involved with them, you can join one of their committees and get to know people who are working in, these types of archives and begin networking with them if you'd like. So we've already sent out our membership survey earlier this month, and we've gotten some people replying already. So thank you to those who filled that out. And a lot of the main interest from our current members comes from they're interested in local and community archives, museum archives, college, university archives, preservation, and oral history. So those so far seem to be the archives of the highest interest from our current members. And so you can get to know our executive committee. Here we are, and then this will let you know, each of our roles and also the types of archives that we're each interested in. So I'll just leave the slides on for a little bit so you can read through that. I won't read them out loud. But we do have a new vice chair, Rena Wakefield. She just joined us a couple of weeks ago. So we're really happy to welcome her on. We also have members on our board, such as Caitlin and Christina, who are also on the SAASC board. So we are working with SAASC this year and collaborating with them on several events. So we're excited to do that. Here are other board members. And Chris is also on the ASIST board. So I'm just glad that we have a lot of just people from across the different student groups working together. So that will provide opportunities for us to kind of collaborate more with the programming that we can put on for the students at the iSchool. And here's our Archeota team. Katie Burns, who's the managing editor, she was also the SAASC chair a couple of years ago. So it's nice to have her on the board still, and she's able to give advice as we're learning, as I'm learning like my new role in the board. So that's great. And here are the rest of our Archeota team. And we'll talk about Archeota more as we go along on the presentation. So based on the answers that have come in from those of you who have already replied to the member survey. We've tried to kind of update our goals for the semester. So there's a lot of interest in just learning about the different types of careers you can have within archives, and also just for career preparation. So, we want to create a community that explores archives that are of interest, to our members. So that's why we'd like you to answer, the membership survey if you have some minutes, a couple of minutes, just so we can learn more about what you want to see from us. And there's also an interest in, internships and early career preparation. So we want to focus on that. And we also want to bring awareness to the SAA community, and just so you're aware of what type of resources they can provide. There's scholarship, there's mentorship programs. So there's a lot there for us to, learn. Some of our upcoming speaker events, we are really excited to welcome Darcy Moore in October. So October 24th. She is the Global Brands Archives Collection Manager at Patagonia. So she'll be joining us to talk about her experience working at a corporate archive. And she'll also talk about her career trajectory, how she started off in the museum world and now is working for a corporate company. She's also, because it's Patagonia, they can only share so much of the actual archive with us. So it'll be nice to be able to get, just hear about what working for an archive like that entails. And, additionally, not just corporate archive, but a textile archive. And then we have in November, Professor Erin Lormore. She'll be giving a talk on how to advocate for archives. So regardless of what organization you end up working in, how to advocate for your archives in any setting, so that management or the administration can help you with your work in archives in your department. We also have some programming with SAASC that we're collaborating on. So that'll be coming as we get those dates set. You'll hear more about that. One of them is we'll be talking with Hannah Whalen. She is archivist at Texas After Violence, and they focus on oral history interviews, highlighting experience of people affected by the criminal legal system. So that'll be a really great talk, especially because, in our membership survey, a lot of people did mention that they were interested in oral history. Let's see. Sarah, I'll pass this on to you if you want to talk about our membership activities for the year.
Thank you, Marlene. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you all. My name is Sarah Smith. I am the Assistant Member Director. I'm helping out our amazing Member Director, Christina Bellis, this year. She could not be here tonight, but I know she's really excited to be part of this group. So I wanted to share just a little bit of information about 2 exciting membership activities that we have coming up this year. The first is an archive scavenger hunt coming up this fall. We will share details in the future, but for now we have a kickoff meeting scheduled for Tuesday, October 15th at 6:30 p.m. and that is Pacific Standard Time. This fall scavenger hunt is a chance to meet other group members while working on weekly archives challenges as part of a fun team. So you get to explore a range of online archival collections as part of this event. So I mentioned we have our kickoff meeting coming up in just a couple of weeks. I guess it's already almost October. And then it will go through Halloween, and we have a wrap-up party on Monday, November 4th at 6 p.m., also Pacific Standard Time. Stay tuned for registration links and additional information about that event. We also, in the spring, are planning a personal archiving project. So we will share lots more information about that in the future. A great way to stay up to date is to sign up for our newsletter if you haven't done that already. I have put a link to the sign up for the newsletter and then also the newsletter itself, which is on Substack, in the chat. We will also share information about lots of our membership activities through the newsletter. I think that is it.
Thank you, Sarah. We also have the SAASC blog and website, which are 2 resources. The blog, our first blog post will be coming up, I think, later this week. And it'll just be highlighting the 2024 SAA conference, which took place in August in Chicago. So our blog editor, Gianna, attended virtually, and she'll write about that experience. And she's also going to put forward our Archives of the Month. So each month she'll highlight a unique archive and just write about it, so we can get to know the different types of archives there are that people can work in. And we're also open to contributions. So if you're interested in writing for our blog, have an interesting story regarding an archive experience, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd be happy to work with you on posting on the blog so you can get some experience with that. And we also have a website. Chris Reynolds is our webmaster this year. And on it, we have upcoming SAASC events. You'll see our past event recordings, and those go back several years. There's also resources. We have links to job boards and different archival resources, and also like how to find internships. It's like the one-stop shop, so you'll see links to register for our newsletter, and also a list of our Archaeota publications, and you can learn more about getting involved with Archaeota there as well. And with that, I'll pass it on to Katie if you want to talk a little bit about Archaeota.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So Archaeota is a student, it's made by students for students as part of the SAASC. We publish original substantive content on issues and events connected with archives. We publish 2 issues each year, one in January and then the other in June, so we don't conflict with classes too much. So there's the fall winter issue, which we will be working on this semester. And you can write about anything. It's cool. There's often people write about their internship experiences, which is great. But if there is an archive that you want to know more about and you want to look into, you can write up about that. I wrote an article about a webinar, an archive I learned about from a webinar, a book review, a podcast review. There's all sorts of different things. So it's just a fun, low stakes way to get yourself published. You can put it on your resume, right? So, and to practice your writing. So it's I don't know. I love our little Archaeota publication. So we do ask that not to have school papers unless you rework it a lot. So it doesn't have to be super research heavy. It's just and you can look if you're curious about or interested in publishing. I suggest you look back at some of the older issues and see what other people have published. So those are all available on the website, like Marlene was saying. So next slide. So we are always looking for more editors to add to our editorial staff. We have kind of a large staff, but it's sort of nice to not have the more people you have, the more you can have one person focus on one article. So we are accepting applications for editors. The deadline is coming up October 2nd. And then we're also going to be calling for submissions. So if you have an idea of an article that you would want to include, we will be sending out more information through the newsletter and through SAASC, but also through iSchool communication for when we're looking for articles. But yeah, the submissions will start November 18th. And if you have any other questions, you can also email I think Archaeota saasc@gmail.com. I'll double check that, put it in the chat to make sure it's the right one. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Katie. I also want to talk a little bit about some of the benefits of being a member of the Society of American Archivists, our parent organization. So everyone on the board here at SAASC is a member of SAA, and they offer a lot of resources. They have a lot of continuing education and certificate programs. I know they have a digital archives certificate program that's really popular. If you become a member, you can save money on some of their publications that they put out. They put out a lot of books each year. And also, student membership is it's $55 a year, which compared to the regular membership is, it's at a good discount. Also, if you're in info, I think 200, you get 1 year free membership to your association of choice. So if you'd like to, select SAA, you have that option. You can, if you want to decide to get involved with them, you can join one of their committees, and that's something else you can add to your resume. It's a great place. All the committees put out different, blogs or, speaker events. So there are pretty much, I think there's like a weekly speaker event put on by a different committee within SAA, talking about different types of issues within archives. I know one that I'm interested is the repatriation, that there's one of their committees puts a lot of talks on that, and also like blog posts about that and how they're working in archives to help with that. And they put on a yearly conference. This past one took place in Chicago in August. If you're on the SAA board, you have the option to attend. We were able to attend, some of us were able to attend virtually, just because the cost of attendance to the conference went up this year. But there's a great list of speakers that present there, and it's just a really good networking opportunity. One of our board members was able to go in person and got to meet a lot of the SAA members in person there. So it's a great place to get started and to start building your network if you're interested in doing that within, the archives community. So if you'd like to stay connected with us, obviously one place, the one stop would be the website, but you can always sign up for our newsletter. You can email us. If you have any exciting news to share, any accomplishments, an internship or a job or scholarship or a mentorship that you received, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to share it in our newsletter, or if you want to write for a blog, in our blog. We have 2 social media coordinators, Shannon and Erica. So Sarah's posting our socials in the chat. So if you'd like to follow us, if you don't already. I know Shannon was talking about putting forward like a day in the life type of videos on Instagram. So we're working on, developing some more ways to engage with you in social media. We also have a Discord. I think the last board started it in spring. So we'll be sharing more stuff on that. I know, we'll send out announcements as we continue to schedule things through Canvas, through the announcements there. But and we'll also, like, if you want to continue with the discussion posts there, we can do that. But a lot of our posts are on social media versus on Canvas. If you're interested in, but you haven't yet joined SAASC officially as a member, you can do that. On the bottom left, you'll see how, by logging into Canvas, going to courses and selecting the iSchool Advising and Administration link, and then go to People and on the Groups tab, and then you click Join for SAASC, and then that's how you become a member. So it's pretty easy to do that. And we welcome all our new members, anyone from the iSchool or from like in MLIS program or in the MARA program. We're happy to have you join. And we also want to hear from you. So whatever you have to share. I think Sarah, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about the membership survey, or I can also just talk a little bit about it too.
Sure. Just a little bit. I think Christina sent it out several weeks ago. And as Marlene mentioned, we've already got a good number of responses. It's really interesting. It helps drive our programming for the year. So the information is really helpful if you can send it back to us. And I have put a link to the survey in the chat. It's just a real quick Google form. So thank you for taking a moment to fill it out if you haven't already.
Great, thank you so much. And with that, we're at the 5:25 mark. So the presentation part of today's event is over. So we're just opening it up for questions. So let's see, I can stop sharing my screen now. And then Rebecca, I think you can stop the recording now too, so we can just have the Q&A